kaya yung una mong work, at least sa akin yung una kong work, gusto ko nandyan siya for longer than like 1 season.
Yes.
So if, meron kasing saying dyan, yung parang if you can't perform, Japor. Diba?
Totoo naman.
Parang I'd geek out more on, let's say, yun nga, I would say yung parang processes internally, parang paano nila hinahandle yung mga bagay, ganon. Most spirited, that's my favorite, that's my favorite award out of all. Kapag yung team na dinesignan ko, nag-most spirited, sabi ko, nice.
Ibig sabihin spirited din yung design.
Philippines also, kung nanalo man sila or not, feeling ko palalo rin ako kasi parang, damn, they're champions.
Correct.
Ganon. Ilagay ko nga sa Instagram, like gumawa ng bagong account. Kasi sabi ko, I want to have like a catalog of the designs that I did because I don't want to copy what I did before.
Access is presented by Upstream Sports TV. Welcome to Access, where we talk to people in the sports media, creativity, and organizing industry. My name is Glenn Lopez. Essentially, the idea of Access is that we usually need connections and, more importantly, the ID card, which usually represents your access on big and small sporting events. Although in this episode, medyo hindi kasi uso yung ID card sa sport na exposed kami dito. But for this episode, I'm very proud to say that, of course, thank you to our guest. I'm very proud to say that she designed the logo of Upstream Sports TV or Upstream Media, kung anumang iterations during that time. And interestingly, we graduated from the same course in university.
Yes.
She still uses what she learned. Ako hindi masyado. I'm doing a lot of video right now. So, maybe, Ao, you can introduce yourself to our guest. You can just talk to me.
Sige. Okay, I'm Ao. I am a graphic designer specifically for brand identity. I've been doing a lot of jerseys, graphic design for jerseys, posters, tournaments, organizations within the sports industry for a while. I would say siguro mas serious about it lang nung 2018. Not as into it right now, but I still take in a few projects here and there when I can.
Not as much as syempre nag-evolve din tayo bilang tao, no? But I guess himayin natin ng konti. I am guessing kasi for some of our audiences, they don't understand what brand identity is.
Yeah.
What's the most obvious manifestation of a brand identity?
Obvious manifestation. Sige, I think it's more of how you're able to feel a specific brand.
Okay.
So let's say, siguro for this one specifically for sports, it's really more like ano yung jerseys that they wear. When you go to a specific tournament, how does the tournament actually look like? If let's say we're talking about Olympics, diba? Like their whole color scheme, especially
may issue
from the
pa
past
naman
one.
ngayon, diba?
Oo, diba? So, how it's actually presented in a way, ano yung itsura, let's say, ng mga medals, diba? May mga ganun pa.
Correct.
Ano itsura ng mga medals. So, I've also done that in the past. Pero yun, kumaga parang paano mo na-feel, like what's the tactile things that you can see and like really wear, kunyari, for a specific brand. So, for this one, yun nga, parang yun yung mga multiple touch points.
What's the first touch point that people usually see if they say brand? Is it the logo usually?
Usually, parang pag sabing brand, talagang logo yung
Logo
unang
agad.
iniisip. Oo. So, sometimes hindi naman talaga siya kailangan. Like, meron mga ibang team.
Hindi kailangan.
Oo, hindi siya necessarily like kailangan in a sense. But, your visual identity system, which is like the other design elements that go with it, let's say your color palette, your fonts, I think yun na yung pinaka-basic. If you have any specific shapes, patterns, and whatever, if they're also distinct enough, that would tell a lot more than just the logo itself.
So,
Ganon.
etong podcast na to is turning out to be a masterclass already for brand identity. We understand each other a lot. And,
Yes.
I think the biggest concern is that a lot of people would always just ask for a logo.
Yes.
But what you're trying to say, or what we're trying to say here, is it's more than that. Diba? Have you also been asked to design like social media posting templates across a brand as well?
Sort of. Usually, kinakailangan siya kapag yung mga events. Or like, let's say, a big tournament is coming up, tapos parang they want to have a specific look na parang, dapat aligned dun sa logo.
Correct.
Usually, ganun parang laging starting point yung logo.
Correct.
Tapos parang, okay, kailangan ko ng template para madali kami mag-create ng graphic, madali kami mag-create ng announcement, ganyan. So, yun naman siya, and parang I think, sometimes it gets a little too templated.
Yeah.
Parang masyadong sometimes it falls flat in a sense kasi parang yun at yun pa rin. Tas, like, even if you look at the specific grid, diba? Although consistent siya, pero parang yun lang siya.
Yeah. Not to put you on the spot, but I will put you on the spot.
Go.
I'm also a Canva user.
Yes.
But can you actually say that if you see something, it's made in Canva?
No.
Talaga? May benefit of the doubt pa rin for you?
Yes, kasi parang sometimes you can use Canva as like your general parang jump-off point.
Yes.
Parang, kare, like the same way that you use Pinterest. Parang, okay, tingnan mo, parang, okay, this works. So parang, okay, maybe I can replicate it for something. Yun lang naman siya for me. Parang,
it's still a tool.
Yeah, and like sometimes naman, yung mismong template or like yung Canva thing, it actually matches naman yung pinakakailangan ng person. So, I don't want to also be judgy in a sense na parang, ginamit yung template. Paano kung yun naman talaga siya?
Totoo.
Nangyari lang na...
Ako, guilty ako dyan.
Diba?
Hindi ko pinadesign kaya ako yung access na logo. But no, what I'm trying to get at, hindi naman trap, but like, because of the usage of templates, us being designers, we kind of see the hierarchy being repeated.
Yes.
Diba? Parang the font size, the shadow, it's not bad. Diba? That's what we're saying naman. Even if the question was like a bit difficult to ask, it's not bad. If it's what you need, it's fine. Diba? And okay lang naman yun. Sige.
I think for me lang,
ahead.
just to point out, parang there's, I think yun yung parang usual common thread that I see then with the questions. Parang it seems like, yun kasi yung easy way to get the functional benefit of whatever the material is.
And you don't even have to install it on your...
diba? Correct. Hindi ka kailangan maging pro to get, diba?
You can be a pro.
Diba?
Pro, like pro account. Okay,
diba? Meron na siyang free stuff so at least you have something. And then even if you're not pro, makikita mo pa rin naman yung mga pro templates, diba?
Correct.
So parang at some point, kung kaya mo siyang i-manipulate and whatever, then that's it. So again, parang it is the functional benefit kasi kailangan ko na siya nito. Kailangan ko ng poster, kailangan ko ng logo, kailangan ko na nandyan siya.
Yeah.
But I would say, or at least I would argue, na parang there's a difference between using those versus yung ginagawa natin, which is more intentional, more thoughtful, I would say. Na parang,
okay, yun yung keywords pala.
Na parang, ako personally, let's say, especially for sports design, I live it. Alam mo yun,
because
I live
it
is like a slow, like a slow research type of thing na parang, alam mo yung culture, you're really looking into the culture, ano ba yung mga trends within that, paano ba gumagalaw yung mga tao dun sa sport na yon, anong itsura ng field or ng venue, lighting conditions, ganyan. Lahat yun, iniisip and considered when we do the material, which is something na I feel is lost when it's a templated thing or when you just go for, let's say, ChatGPT or something. I need so and so, ganyan. So, yung ganong type of context and like, I would say depth with regard to the material is what I feel is lost when we go into like that route. Although I'm not saying na wag.
Yes. I mean,
diba?
Parang at the start and at the end of the day, parang if whatever tool you can use that tool.
Yes.
It's just that we have to also be careful if it serves, but you also have to be careful na baka or mindful pala na baka hindi na ito yung pasok para sa brand natin.
Yes.
Diba?
There are times naman din, kunwari, di ko alam, pero ako meron akong parang fault dito before. I designed a specific jersey for a team. Tapos, sabi ko, gusto ko tong font na to, bagay to sa kanila, ganyan. Tapos nilagay ko siya. Tapos, turns out na yung font pala na yon, yung zero niya, yung may cross. So, from the stands or like from the sidelines, imbis na let's say 10, kaya 10 yung number niya, nare-register siya ng mga tao as 18. Kasi yung zero niya may
Okay,
cross.
yung font. Yung font mismo. Okay.
So parang, alam mo yun, I would say na parang even if like it's heavily considered, there are still some pitfalls that go into it na parang mga bagay na ganun, mga ganong errors, malalaman lang ng experience.
Yes.
'Di ba? Na parang actually hindi mo naman itetest lahat ng numbers kapag nag-design ka.
Unless you're that kind of designer, di ba? And talagang, kunwari, if you're full-time, if you're end-to-end, if you're full-time for the team, you will really test those things.
Talagang, okay, lahat ng pangalan, lahat ng surname na ilalagay ko sa jersey, dapat ilagay ko dyan. I had a teammate, I had a teammate, haba ng last name niya talaga. So out of everyone, siya talaga yung iba yung
last iba yung latag,
itsura,
ng jersey niya, kumbaga.
Ganun.
Sa bagay, medyo masakit nga sa ulo yun kapag ganun yung nangyayari. Sige, I would like to ask, you said that it's established that you have a lot of expertise. Whoa. Maybe we can talk about parang origin story, and then although we've talked about it earlier prior to the mic, being in front of the microphone and cameras. Maybe you can share like how did the project start?
How did it start?
How
Okay.
did it start?
Sige, paano ba? Siguro,
and what was your first project? Kaya siya nag-push talaga. If you just remember.
Yeah. Okay. Sige, siguro to establish lang, I've always been in the design industry. Tapos, I mean,
hindi
gusto ko na talaga siya.
Yes,
sabi ko, shocks, hindi. Adik ako dito. Hindi ko natanggal sa sarili ko.
I see.
So, even yun nga. So, I took it in college ng fine arts, ganon. Tapos, like, ever since naman nung bata ako, ang favorite ko talagang class sa school is art at saka PE. So,
okay.
Parang, semi-frustrated ako athlete in a sense. So, parang gusto ko maglaro, gusto ko maging magaling ako, pero hindi kasi dahil gusto ko pa rin ang design or gusto ko pa rin ang art, hindi ko binibigyan ng that much focus yung sports. So baka kaya hindi ako nag-achieve doon. pero gets.
Yes.
So that was always like within my interests, both of them. So parang nung after college na, so I started playing Ultimate Frisbee, mga teammates ko, dahil alam nila nagde-design ako for my day job, ganon. Sabi na, uy, gawan mo naman tayo ng logo o kaya parang, or ng jersey, ganito. Sabi ko, sige, pag may time. Siyempre, nung time na yun. Siguro 2016, ganyan. Sabi ko, sige, gawan natin. Sabi ko, okay, padala kang ganun. And then, sige, approve na kasi syempre friends ko naman yan. Okay, fine. And then, parang every so often, they would join other teams kapag kaya sa ibang tournament, sa ibang lugar, ganyan. Hindi naman, okay lang naman yun, di ba? Like general practice. You wanna play and practice, keep on playing, ganyan. So, because they do play, parang sabi nila, uy, kailangan namin ng jersey. Ayoko ng jersey na hindi mo dinedesign. Mga ganon. Yung parang...
May bias na.
Oo, kasi parang, ewan ko, basta siguro like, it was nag-match lang din yung style, ganyan. Or parang yun talaga yung gusto nila. Gusto nila, maganda yung itsura, ganyan. Sabi ko.
I-asterisk natin. During that time also, I think palipad yung, anong tawag doon sa material? Yung nagpiprint direct. Sublimation. Di ba palipad pa lang yung sublimation?
Oo. So, meron pa rin nun yung
silk
fabric
screen
lang na regular, tapos yung silk screen, tapos yung vinyl rubberized print,
which is,
mga ganyan.
For context, mahal kasi siyang magpa-print ng gano'n,
yes.
diba?
Oo. So, there were only a few sublimation suppliers dito noon. So, parang sila, ganda natin, maximize natin yung pag-print kasi babayaran mo na rin naman yun, diba?
Correct.
So, ayun. Anyway, so yun nga, because they were playing sa ibang teams, they asked me to design other jerseys for them. Yeah. So, sabi ko, okay, ganyan. Hanggang sa parang isa kong friend, from isang manufacturer din, sabi niya, kailangan namin ng design kasi parang, I don't know, I think undermanned sila or alam mo yun, kulang sila. So sabi nila, can you design this? Ganyan. Sabi ko, sige, ganyan. Tapos parang dahil dumadami na yung puro ganun sa akin.
Yun pala yung wave sa'yo.
Yeah, so dumadami na siya. Sabi ko, okay, lagay ko nga sa Instagram. Like, gumawa ng bagong account. Kasi sabi ko, I want to have like a catalog of the designs that I did because I don't want to copy what I did before. So
For your own reference lang pala
it
yun.
was an archive of the designs I created. I didn't, as in, ang purpose niya talaga, ayoko na umulit ako, let's say, ng specific style. Ayoko umulit ng ganitong, alam mo yun, yung kung paano yung naging treatment ko
Siyempre,
before.
pakita na.
Yeah.
Sa'yo,
Yung naging treatment. Before, ayoko siya. So, kaya siya naging the project for kasi it's more of, ang project ko para doon sa person. At tapos, di ba, sa Instagram,
very well thought out.
di ba, sa Instagram, yung handle mo, tapos diretso na caption.
Correct.
Before, hindi naman siya hiwalay eh.
Mm.
Dati, sa dating UI. Kaya
Yes.
siya naging interesting for me. Kasi parang feeling ko, parang museum ko lang siya. Parang
Grabe, ginamit po pa yun.
Oo, parang feeling ko exhibit lang siya na parang the project for, let's say, Neverland Ultimate.
Yes.
Tapos sa baba na ako maglalagay ng info.
Correct.
Tapos yun lang. Kasi diba parang wala namang way before. Like, I didn't want to make a specific slide deck para lang sa, alam mo yun, parang...
Not at that level yet, kumbaga.
Oo, parang, wala naman akong other, like, yung personal account ko, parang ayoko naman doon ilagay. Kasi
Correct.
mga family stuff ko yun. Yung mga, like, I felt like it was too personal. So sabi ko, okay, gawa ko ng something. And then, that was it. Tapos parang yung mga, every time I posted the design there, parang people would share it with their friends or share it with, kunyari, wala pa naman yatang stories nun. But basta parang at least, di ba? Basta yung parang, oh, ito yung design natin, ganyan. And ako kasi yung type na I want my clients to see the mocked up version. Kasi nung time na yon,
Di pa uso yung mock-ups.
flat lang.
Oo.
Syempre, hindi mo naman yun ma-appreciate.
Correct,
As in, kung anong itsura niya na pinrint siya dun sa fabric, yun na siya, yung dati. So parang, kaya parang sabi ko, okay, I'm gonna make the mock-ups. And then when they approve it, ako na yung mag-a-adjust internally for me sa pag tinurn over ko sa kanila ng for print na nakalatag na siya ng maayos. And then I also include the mock-ups when I turn it over to the manufacturers kasi I want them to refer to that kapag pinrint nila. Kasi parang for me, girl, parang sa akin, inapprove na nila yon. So, dapat wag mo nang baguhin.
Wag mong galawin.
Oo. So, sometimes nagkakaroon kami ng mga usap ng mga manufacturers or actually most of the time kasi pinapapicturean ko sa kanila ng test print, di ba? Test print, pwede pong papicturean under the sunlight.
Hindi pa nakatahi yun, di ba?
Hindi pa, flat lang. Tsaka, parang ako yata, di ko alam, pero parang ako yata isa sa mga nag-start na, pwede bang pakiprint lang ng ganito kalaki? As in, 4x4 ko niya.
Okay, so dun sa swatch mismo.
Dun sa fabric.
Dun sa fabric mismo.
Just so I can see if lumilitaw lahat ng details or tama ba yung color na lumabas. Kasi syempre, it differs from the screen versus the print. And then, I would also argue to say na iba rin siya, depende sa printer.
Yes, of course.
So, parang, for me lang,
end to end.
even if hindi ko siya nakikita in person at hindi siya pinadala sa akin parang lalamove natin whatever. Walang ganon. I wanted to see it ng under direct sunlight para tama rin yung colors. Ganon. Parang ganon kabusise. So talagang may coordination din ako with the suppliers. Kaya ako rin sila naging friends.
Kasi you have to build a relationship with them as well para teamwork pa rin naman yun.
Yeah, and parang if my design kasi doesn't get translated dun sa actual product, hindi ako successful in a sense. Like, I wouldn't find na parang yung design ko would fulfill what I envisioned for it to be. So, yun, bigayan.
I think in this case, no, parang if you're watching or listening to this podcast, you would understand na medyo meticulous si Au. And it's something that sometimes a lot of our clients or people we work with don't realize, and we protect them from these things, di ba? Actually, nag-back scroll ako dito, nakita ko ito na yata yung mga earliest naman na designs. And I think during that time also, it would feel like you're featuring them.
Yes.
Di ba? Parang, na-feature tayo dun sa, sa proud yung designer natin sa design.
Actually, for some reason, I never want, or parang I didn't want to be on the spotlight. Gusto ko talaga. Kaya,
yung design.
Kaya then it made sense for me na the Project 4 yung pangalan.
Yeah, okay.
Kasi I wanted to feature yung clients ko talaga, not necessarily like me. So, kunyari, before, nagkaroon pa ng question parang, kailangan ba namin ilagay yung logo mo? Or like, don't you want to put your name on the design?
That's an interesting, we'll save that discussion for later. Pero tuloy mo yung...
Yun, parang, tinatanong nila ako noon, parang, hindi ba ilalagay? Or at least my family would ask me, parang, why don't you put your logo there? Or like, your name there? Ikaw naman nag-design yan. Sabi ko, for me kasi, the jerseys are for them.
Correct. Oh,
So
correct.
why would I put my name on it just because I made the visual form
Yeah.
of them?
Which is hindi mali yung term in my head. ano siya, I think it's quite common practice to be credited.
Yeah.
Kasi for at least for other industries or just to recognize.
Yes.
But dumarating kasi sa point na you have to we have to consider that it's not for us.
Yes.
Diba? And although for some people kasi they're trying to protect their designs, yung parang watermark. In this case, hindi naman yun yung ginagawa mo. But we know na galing sa atin. Therefore, we don't have to
Yes.
to put it out there in that sense anymore. Diba?
Oo. Tsaka parang feeling ko, ba't naman ako makikiepal dun sa identity ng team na yun? Kunyari, parang sila naman yun all together. If, let's say, if gamit nila yung jersey na yun, kunwari, or gamit nila yung brand na yun, yung logo na yun, nanalo sila, hindi ko yun panalo to begin with. Like,
I'm happy.
Oo,
I'm
happy ako for them.
Like,
I honestly share that parang happiness and pride dun
correct.
sa nagagawa nila. Which is why nga, I think, sinasabi ko before na parang I feel like I live vicariously through my designs. Na parang, I had a group of people, kaya makiat sila ng Mount Everest. They had the jerseys na dinesign ko, tapos nagpa-picture sila doon, sinet nila sa akin, ganyan. And then, let's say, national teams, let's say, I think si Sarawak, si Brunei, ganyan. Philippines also, kung nanalo man sila or not, feeling ko panalo rin ako kasi parang, damn, they're champions.
So, correct.
More than, like, alam mo yun, more than yung parang, ay, ba't naman ganun yung nakasulat sa jersey niya? More than that, it's really more of parang I actually really share that. Kasi parang, to be honest sa akin, yung creation or the practice of design is something na is part of me. So whatever it is that I do, it's like really shelling out everything. Kaya ako nade-drain kapag nagde-design ko.
And that's why you also limit the amount of work that you, I mean, that's weird to listen to hear. No? Limit the amount of work that you do because you actually put in a lot more. Parang ano pala. Ibig sabihin, ang dami mo na ring beses naging Mythical 7. If you live vicariously.
In my head. Oo.
Live vicariously through your designs. No?
Nag-tournament MVP na siguro. Oo, ganun. Ay, nakailang championship na ako. Dami ko medal. Ganyan.
But it's a shared experience. It's a shared happiness also.
Yes.
Diba? Even if it's not the winning team. Parang parang
Most spirited, that's my favorite that's my favorite award out of all. Kapag yung team na dinesignan ko nag-most spirited, sabi ko, nice
ibig sabihin
one.
spirited din yung design. So, just to use, sana hindi ma-murder yung analogy nga to. Parang your design process is more like short passes being defended by a zone. Trying to escape that rather than a long hawk na parang logo, bang.
Yeah. Diba? Although like I would, parang piso-piso type.
Piso-piso.
Na parang na parang you have to have that patience of really going through each of the like processes. Na parang I do my research, I do like meron pa I start off with a questionnaire para tanungin sa kanila ano ba yung mga stuff
experienced
details, diba? And then from there like I do my own research and then I verify the research with the client. Tama ba yung naintindihan ko? Ito ba yung mga gusto mo? Like, what are your visual preferences? Then from there, saka pa lang ako mag-start mag-design. Pero dun sa research ko na yun, sinerch ko na ano ba yung movement ng athlete sa ganito. So, kunwari, that really affects kasi yung design eh. Kunwari, let's say, for ultimate, usually right-handed naman yung mga players, diba? So, when you do your forehand this way, ibig sabihin nun, hindi mo dapat lagyan ng malaking graphic on the right side dito sa tagiliran. Kasi, hindi naman yan may kita eh. So, you have to put it on the other side.
Pag pinicturean na nila Sir Don tsaka nila Gani, dapat ganda.
Diba? Or like yung mga
ng Ultiverse.
Yeah, or like yung mga logos or yung mga pangalan ng mga teams and whatever. Or like what? Sponsor logos. You shouldn't be putting them on yung sa ilalim na ng number, yung dun sa babang
That's an interesting discussion.
Kasi meron naman iba, kunyari for, siguro, sabihin na natin, may time yung ultimate na lahat ng tao naka-tuck in.
Talaga meron mga trend na
yun yung trend nun na parang, yun yung fashion na parang
imagine na
tuck in ka. So, dahil naka-tuck in ka, walang purpose na ngayon yung sponsor logos mo kasi doon mo siya nilagay eh. Diba? And then at the same time, if you're designing, let's say, for an all-girls team, you don't put a specific logo or a sponsor logo dito sa may batok.
Kasi mahaba ang buhok.
mahaba ang hair. Kahit na itali niya yan, matatakpan pa rin siya. So, better places to put that in is in the chest or sa sleeves.
Or
if
sometimes
meron.
shoulder, di ba?
Oo.
Pag ano.
Gets ba? So, parang, because of, like, I know what the context is, or let's say, kunwari, for netball, you can't necessarily put any big logos here because they have
Yung
parang
position.
patch.
Yung position.
Oo. Diba?
Huh.
So, yung mga ganong,
Nandun na tayo sa level.
yung ganong intricacies, yung mga parang talagang tinitingnan ko. I don't know if others do that, pero ako personally with my own practice, that's like something that I geek out on.
Yes,
I
yes.
really am particular with.
Context.
Yun.
Context plays a big role in Sige. Sige. I think we can jump to, of course, aside from the start of the project you've done a lot of design work, and I think you've brought one of your designs that you have. Since hindi ito AD, kasi for the past episodes, we're trying to protect yung security.
Yeah.
But this one, because this is a disc, let's pull it up here.
Yeah.
This is, maybe you can talk about this.
This one, I was approached by of Ulti Asia.
Ulti Asia.
So, they're based in Malaysia.
Malaysian Games.
Yeah, initially, they just wanted me to parang polish one of their designs. Tapos sabi nila, actually, I need another one. For Malaysian Games naman. So, it had to be representative of both yung UK elements tapos yung Malaysia stuff.
Bakit may UK element? Sorry.
I don't remember. I don't remember like why, pero basta yun yung like one of the parang mandatory things na kailangan niya na nandun.
Okay.
So, yan. Kaya siya naging ganyan.
So, aside from this, ano pa yung what's your favorite design? Meron ba ganun?
Oh my gosh.
Who's your favorite child?
Wait lang. Ayusin natin to.
O gusto mo i-mute ko muna yung mic tapos ikwento mo?
Ano ba? I have a few, lahat kasi, most of my work, very close sa akin.
Yeah.
As in, nag-clean out nga ako ng closet ko the other day. Sabi ko, dami ko ng jersey. Ganyan. Kasi, alam mo yun, bukod sa mga clients, minsan nagbibigay, sumasali ako sa tournaments, ganyan. So, i-donate ko na yung iba. So, clean out ako. Sabi ko, hello, ang dami kong hindi mabigay. Kasi may sentimental value siya sa akin.
Aside from what you design.
Oo, aside from like yung jerseys ko sa team, ganon. So, sige, I'll give you like one sample. I would say this one is like the one
Kala ko swatched.
This one. This one. Ayan.
Okay, hello.
Yan. So, this one, I did...
maybe we can show it to
sure.
the camera.
This one I did for Mulato. That was the one that sort of put me on the radar, I would say.
All the way from Davao?
Oo,
Tama, diba?
for Ultimate. Or at least for the Pilipinas style jerseys.
Sino nag-print nito?
Mulato, yeah.
Mulato.
Sila. So, I did that. Hindi ko alam bakit. Basta I did it. Tapos, sinend ko sa kanila. Ganyan. Sabi ko. Tapos, parang I think they were only asking me to do one. But I did 3. Sabi ko sa kanila, bigay ko na sa inyo yung 2. Diba?
As a good designer, preparing to 3 studies.
Yeah, at saka nung time na yun, parang I couldn't choose dun sa mga ginawa ko. Like, I put all the effort naman din talaga. Like, may focus ko sa isa every time. So parang sabi ko, di ako makapili anong sisend ko. So sinend ko lahat. Sabi ko, sige sa inyo na. Alam mo yun, at some point, parang sabi ko, it's okay. Like,
it's
I'm
not
just
like you're
happy
gonna
to
lose money when that happens.
I mean, I'm just losing my time. But like that time kasi wala pa naman ako masyadong ginagawa nun. Like I wasn't as busy, ganyan. So sabi ko, sige na, okay na. I just wanted to live. Alam mo yun, kasi nung time na yun, I was super tired of seeing Pilipinas jerseys na parang, you don't know. Like, alam mo yun, hindi nakaka-proud to wear. Or parang, it's too plain naman na parang color lang. Tapos, yun na siya. So, gusto ko ng parang konting spin to it. So, sabi ko, why not? Bigay ko na. Si manufacturer sila. Digawa sila. At least nice. And then, I think they were fundraising also for something that time. So, yan yung lumabas.
Na-intrigue ako kasi, of course, a lot of it is trends also. Diba? Parang, sobrang nagka-interest kasi ako nagsabay kasi given the technologies also that time. Kaya ako bringing up yung sublimation. Kasi if you were designing shirts tapos wala pang sublimation, you would be limited to silkscreen printing. And then, if you're doing jerseys, yung cost of doing the jerseys, increase talaga siya. So, maganda yung pagkakasabay, di ba?
Oo.
Pagkakasabay. Nagko-customize ako tapos, kaya natin gawin yan kasi may sublimation ng lahat.
Oo.
Parang it's something that you cannot take away na maganda yung
Yes.
timing din.
Oo. And I feel like there's also a way din naman that depende sa manufacturer,
Yes,
there are some cuts na parang pwedeng mix. Yung plain fabric and then you can have like a small panel with a sublimated design. Or let's say, if things had to be embroidered or parang hindi man hand-stitched. Pero like,
Basta
diba?
may touch of
Oo.
ng manual talaga.
Oo. So like, kaya, I mean, trend-wise, kailangan talaga yung technology to like really adapt din. And for a designer, you have to know what is possible and what can't be. So, which is why nga, I would say, kaya important yung swatches, important yung meron ka anong colors ng, let's say, threads yung available. Kasi, di ba, like,
Yes.
pag pinagpatong mo kasi yung seams ng dalawang fabric, tas tatahi mo siya dun sa tuktok, kunyari magkaibang colors sila. Which thread are you going to choose? 'Di ba? Usually
nandun ka na.
Oo, 'di ba? Usually you parang i-rely mo na lang yun sa manufacturer.
Yes,
Pero ako personally iniisip ko siya.
Yes, of course.
Yun.
Hindi ka naman nagma-mock up with threads.
Hindi pa naman. Hindi pa naman. Parang
Nagtahi ka na
iniisip
pala
ko
sa
lang when I
Illustrator.
see it. Oo. Dati kasi 'di ba, meron yung mga t-shirts na wala siyang seam, hindi siya
Oo nga.
hindi siya tinatahi sa side. Yun.
Oh. Meron bang t-shirt na isang tahi lang?
What do you
Yung
mean?
buo lang siya. So, 'di ba, dalawa side.
Yes.
Yung isang side lang yung nakatahi.
Wala.
Isang buo lang siya pag wala.
Wala. Pero merong t-shirt na walang tahi sa sides. Dito lang. As in, yung fabric niya is parang
body hugging ang dating niya. Na-intriga naman tuloy. Dito rin ba galing yung fact na kaya may libre na ring anong tawag? Team flag.
Banner.
Team banner dahil dun sa mga extra space. Kasi if you don't know, the jerseys actually are literally printed on big on big fabric.
Yeah.
And then nagiging t-shirt siya because they cut it and
then
they
sew it together.
Hindi po siya bumili sa Uniqlo tapos prininta ng buo. Although, of course, sometimes.
That's a different production method naman. Yun.
Okay. Aside from yung Pilipinas Ultimate, wag na natin sabihin sa mga organizer, pero ano yung favorite mong na design?
Tournament?
Na tournament naman.
Tournament?
Or sige, I'll rephrase this. Ano yung tournament na sobrang lalim nung dinesign? Marami kang dinesign. Kasi iba yung nagpa-design lang ng logo.
Yeah.
Iba yung nagpa-design until, of course, disc.
Yung
jersey,
parang
yung buong pakete.
buong suite.
Yung buong suite.
Ooh.
Kasi, I'm sure kinilig ka dun because you have control over all of those elements, di ba? Even the letterheads, if meron nga, di ba? Or emailers.
I think that hasn't happened locally.
Locally. Okay.
Usually kasi parang limited tayo dun sa kung ano lang yung
scope.
Parang kaya
ng,
let's say, kung sino man nagmamount ng nung tournament, nagmamount nun. So, I also don't want to be pushy na parang, let's do this. Wala naman, di ba? Kung hindi naman yun part of the whole thing, parang hindi din siya something. Although, I've had a few ask me talaga na parang, can you do this? Can you do that? Ganyan. Sabi ko, oo naman, of course. So, I think hindi siya yung parang scale-wise na parang ganun ka-wide. But, I've had designs na parang paisa-isa din throughout the whole thing. But like different occasions. So, there were some na parang, kunyari, ano ba yun? I think AO at one point. I did the posters lang just because. Sabi ko, makipag-collaborate na ako sa mga photographers this time.
Yes. I remember that.
Sabi ko, pwede pa hook up naman. Sabi, bigyan nila, I mean, they give me access and then I'm just going to credit them and then I just make the posters of it. Ganon. Yung iba naman talagang tournament stuff lang. Yung, let's say, tournament kit kasama rin. Ganyan. Yun, iba-iba. Hindi siya, I think wala pa yung parang fully branded.
Hindi ka pa naman nag-BS ng venue.
Hindi pa.
But would you try your hands on something like that?
Maybe.
Mahilig ka kasi sa pattern. Sorry. I do remember, of course, it's usually in the international competitions that you experience that. I don't know if you've seen highlights or photos from the FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup. Yung Phil Sports Arena, bihis talaga siya. Yung kulay purple.
Yeah,
Yung
oo,
buong
yung sa
event.
labas.
Yeah. So, even inside.
Oh, I didn't get to see inside
So,
kasi.
bihis talaga siya sa loob. And I think, probably if you're watching or listening to this, it's the kind of work that you can do as
Yes.
well. No? So,
Hire me.
diba? Very extensive pala siya.
Yeah.
Aside from Ultimate, we've been talking about a lot about Ultimate. Are there other sports that you've
So
worked
many.
with? So many.
Si Dragon Boat.
Yes, Dragon Boat.
I've done stuff for football, basketball. Merong isang league nga ng football yung referee jerseys ginawa namin.
May design yun?
Yeah.
Talaga? Pwede pala. Pwede pala yun.
Oo, yung parang even if it's, di ba, yung minsan stripes lang siya, pero iniba natin ng
Yes.
kaunti. Mga ganon. Ano pa ba? So, as in, gumawa ko ng Dragon Boat na paddle, ganyan. Yeah, what else? Tri-suits, ginagawa na.
Triathlon.
Yeah,
triathlon.
triathlon, yung mga running, cycling, jerseys, ganyan. Merong mga biking clubs. Hikers, ganyan. Ganyan. Yung mga not super mainstream one.
Pares pala tayo.
Yeah.
Tayo, pang emerging sports ang atake natin.
Pang indie, ganyan. Oo.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like, hindi ko alam, pero for me lang, it feels like it's harder to get into the more formal, bigger,
Yes.
more established sports
Yes.
kasi parang they're very picky about
It's not a good
ganito.
starting point.
Oh,
I mean,
I don't know.
not a good starting point if you're aiming for the stars kagad.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, don't I will cut myself out of this podcast. But in that context, parang for photographers kasi if you aim to shoot for PBA or UAAP, you cannot just
jump
barge into or
yun.
crash the party.
It's more difficult to get to that kasi parang I would say lang, kunwari from a design perspective naman, mas maraming kailangan mag-approve, magbigay ng feedback dun sa material.
Magkukutkot, sabi nga nila. No?
Diba? So you get a lot of rounds of revision, ganyan na parang di kailangan sometimes.
Yes. Yung kumbaga, choose your poison.
Yeah.
And the poison that you chose not necessarily have to go to many people for approval. Okay. I will just divert a bit.
Sure.
Meron ka bang favorite team or sports team or league that
That's
you follow?
hard. Favorite kong team, syempre my home team.
Yeah.
Neverland. Yeah.
But if you're watching, do you watch professional sports na as a fan? I think that's the question.
Okay. The thing about me is I'm not a fan of things. Anything.
Okay.
As in, ang galing na to. Ganun lang. Wala ako
Admire
yung parang,
lang.
Oo. Wala ako yung parang, oh my God, they're my favorite. Sila lang gusto kong panoorin.
Malungkot ako pag talo. Masaya ako pag panalo.
Oo, wala ako masyadong ganun. Parang in the same way na I'm objective in a sense with design na parang, okay, di ko alam yung context niyan, so hindi ko siya pwedeng i-judge at the moment. Parang ganun din yung...
To understand. To understand.
Sorry. Scratch that. Yeah, so parang in the same way nga na ganun yung view ko, ganun din yung pagiging, let's say, fan ko sa mga bagay-bagay. Ganon.
Medyo
Kaya
attached. Hindi nga attached.
It's like I admire them. They're so great. Ganon. Tapos, yun na.
Yun na yun. Okay lang. Okay lang naman. Okay. That's it. It's interesting kasi usually, at least for the other guests that come here, the passion comes from supporting a single team. Same naman tayo. Parang I'm not a big fan of... I'm a big fan of what they do for their leagues.
Yes.
So, if you've listened enough to this podcast, you probably heard that I'm a big fan of J-League, yung football. But I'm not a fan of any team.
Yes.
Parang just the way they do things.
Yes.
Diba? Parang ganun.
Oo. Parang I'd geek out more on, let's say, yun nga, I would say yung parang processes internally. Parang nila hinahandle yung mga bagay-bagay. Ganon. More than like performance, ganyan. Kasi parang for me, parang, okay, minsan given naman dapat yung performance Dapat magaling ka.
Dapat nga dun kayo magaling.
Oo,
kasi
diba?
yun yung core. Diba?
Oo, so parang for me, if let's say, if I become like a big, parang idol ko si ganito, ganyan, parang feeling ko masyado ko na siyang nilalagay sa pedestal na siya lang yung magiging open ako to. Versus if ewan ko sa akin lang to, pero parang if I admire a lot of people, parang I feel like it's a wider grasp and then I get to sort of better myself because of that type. Ganun lang.
Yeah. So far, sabay eme. Hindi, seryosohin yung sinabi niya. Hindi eme yung sinabi niya. Ano tawag dito? So far, because you're just like looking towards work, other leagues or other people's graphic design work, ano yung isa sa mga big inspirations mo na, kasi 'di ba, sports goes on a cycle. A season is always like a year, or at least it goes yearly or every few months, and designs change every so often. Is there any league or identity that you keep coming back to, tapos ganito na yung ginawa nila for this season, tapos na-inspire ka ulit?
Yung parang sinusubaybayan ko.
Yes, sinusubaybayan. Medyo mahaba lang yung series ni Ao, no? Hindi siya 12 episodes. Isang buong season.
Oo. Actually, wala akong like let's say one tournament, like one industry, one sport that I like binabantayan ko na parang, wow, yun na yung bagong season ngayon. What I do
design,
is...
Design.
Yeah, from design. But like, what I look at is yung mga World Series. Kung ano man yung mga World tournaments na yun. Oo. Usually that gives a bigger context dun sa kung ano yung cool for, let's say, specific for specific sports, ganyan. So, kunwari ngayon, di ba, may Winter Olympics, ganon. So, iba na naman yung vibe na yun. So, sometimes, like, I get inspiration from those things. And then, kunwari, let's say FIFA, di ba, they release naman parang yearly yung away kits, yung home kits, ganyan. So, those things, like, I really look into, ano ba yung bago ngayon?
Especially this year. It's a World Cup year. So, malamang lalabas ulit yung mga kits.
Diba? So, usually, yun yung sinesearch ko. Yung mga professional level. Parang, paano ba yung galawan? Paano ba yung galawan nila doon? Kasi for sure naman, especially for, let's say, amateur or like recreational players, that's also like a parang look that they want to get. Diba? So, at some point, at least, yun yung parang general references ko.
I understand.
Ganon.
Parehas tayo in the sense na there's no way, there's no other direction but to look at the top level.
Yes.
Diba? Because if you look at, of course, a bit lower, parang, yan yung uso in this context. Yan yung applicable in this context. Pero if you look at world championships, ano yun best practices yun diba? Parang doon ka na lang manghiram.
Yeah.
Diba? Doon ka na lang manghiram ng best practices.
And also, like, they have specific standards.
Yes.
Na parang actually written down.
Have you, at any point in your design career, have you read any of the brand guidelines for an Olympics or a World Cup?
Hindi pa ganun kalaki.
Hindi pa ganun.
I mean, hindi kasi yun nire-release naman ng...
Totoo, hindi man siya public. Wala sa Behance yun usually.
Oo. So, yung nakita ko, I would say yung for AO before, I wanted to ask, as in tinanong ko talaga, sabi ko, ano ba yung mga regulations or limitations for AO specifically nung year na yun? So, as in, meron pa yun, nakalagay doon, the number has to be at least 6 inches in height. Ganon. Tapos,
in height?
Oo.
So, kahit naka-narrow ka, basta
Oo, dapat at least 6 inches.
6
Tapos, kailangan ang color mo is one dominant color only. Hindi pwedeng two-tone, hindi pwedeng ganon. Kaya sabi ko, galing nito. Ganon pala talaga. Na parang may mga ganong types of, parang, ano tawag doon? Parang details that people don't think to see na parang, bakit hindi, di ba marami yung
numbers nga hindi.
Numbers
nga hindi consistent.
Oo. Or di ba yung kunwari, nagpapa-contest na parang, design the jersey for the national team, kineme, may mga ganon. Pero hindi nila nire-release yung ganong guidelines. So, may mga tao nalilito tuloy, nag-join sila ng competition, ng contest, tapos hindi naman yun yung susuotin ng team.
Pero it's not necessarily, it's across all of like most sports, di ba? Kasi admittedly, budgets natin medyo bitin or medyo kailangan humanap ng budgets for it. Di ba?
So, yun. Kumbaga parang, kaya nagkakaroon ng disconnect yung parang crowdfunded, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, parang sige na.
It's good.
I mean, I don't wanna say anything about
No,
the
you're saying
contest
something
anymore. Kumbaga parang,
Okay.
however you're going to get your design. Pero may disconnect siya dun sa execution kasi hindi mo pinapakita lahat ng constraints talaga nila in the first place.
Because the one's use is crowdfunding.
Oo.
Na dapat kung ano yung magugustuhan ng mga tao, bilhin.
Yes. And then also like when preferences are involved, you don't necessarily, parang hindi rin naman kasi pinapakita kung ano yung meaning, ano yung depth, ano yung parang, ano yung characteristic ng team ko ngayon, ano ba yung parang pinapractice ng team namin ngayon, what are we known for with regard to specific games. Hindi siya kasama sa brief.
Gawa ka lang jersey. Submit mo yung PNG tsaka JPEG. Pag nagustuhan
300
namin,
DPI and
submit mo yung PSD.
yeah.
Okay.
'Di ba? So, parang, kumbaga parang in that sense, then, yun lang siya. It's really just face value.
Yeah.
Pero when you treat design kasi as something that brings form to specific meaning to, like, alam mo yun, yung buong kabuuhan ng team mo, mas nagre-resonate siya not just with the fans. It also resonates more with the athletes themselves who wear it. I would say for, at least, masasabi ko for more recreational players, it means a lot more yung parang feeling of belongingness because you're part of that whole team.
The identity is your identity.
Yes, na kasama ako dun. Ganon. I mean, isipin mo, kaya nga yung mga tao, di ba, pag nakaka-score sila, woo!
Yes, or
diba?
kikiss nila yung crest dun sa ano.
Di ba? Because there's that affiliation. And being affiliated with that is something that makes them feel more proud about themselves and also what they're achieving. Even if hindi sila nananalo.
Yes.
Di ba? So, yun nga, I would, siguro, sa akin lang talaga, it's like, it's a very different ball game if we're talking about depth and like emotional benefit versus the material that you're doing.
I understand.
So, it depends na lang kung ano yung gusto ng kliyente or ng isang team or ng isang organization na parang gusto mo ba parang surface level lang or okay, gusto mo talaga ng mas in-depth. Ganun.
Does that mean even event logos should identify with whoever's participating?
I would say yes. Kasi, evocative pa rin siya kasi ng culture of that sport. Ano yung type of athletes that you're going to get. Kasi, kunyari, it can look super professional pero ang gusto mo lang pala amateurs. So then, hindi sila magme-make sense.
Minsan talaga, no?
So, may part pa rin yun na parang ano ba yung gusto mong makuhang demographic, let's say, di ba? Parang, you can't necessarily, kunyari all-girls tournament siya, tapos nilagay mo super masculine. Then,
wala,
why?
napatay na kagad yung design. Wala na kagad sense yung design.
Diba? Parang it doesn't match. Yeah.
Hindi ko alam kung controversial question ito. Ano kasi, pool C team lang kami. How would you design for us? Meron bang ganong prompt for you? Or brief for
I ask them a lot of questions.
But not necessarily, are you a pool B or a pool C team?
I don't care what pool.
Okay.
Hindi ko alam, pero parang from my experience, yung mga higher pools, they don't necessarily have parang specifics for the design kasi nga parang they're already playing high level.
Pero their gameplay has an identity as well na rin kasi.
Syempre. Pero yun nga, parang hindi sila parang meron kasing saying dyan, yung parang if you can't perform, jump or, diba?
Totoo naman yun.
So, usually like the lower pool teams, especially the ones who really aspire to go up the ranks, they're the ones who would feel a little bit more invested in parang getting a logo or like a jersey that really feels more them.
Attuned to them.
Oo, ganon. So, yun.
Gets on. At ano tawag dito? I'd like to touch on, maybe before we move on to the other parts, parang I'd like to touch on, lagi natin kasi pinag-uusapan yung logo sa ilalim ng, ng jersey. We have a shared idea, or at least we have our own opinions on it. Why, let's just be straight to the point, why doesn't it look good?
Yung sponsor logos?
Or parang, bakit hindi siya best practice?
To put the logos?
Yes, to put the sponsor logo sa jersey. For you. We can cut this out.
I would say it's okay if they're sort of open to the creative interpretation dun sa design. It depends kasi. So, kunyari, if let's say the sponsor is funding, if the sponsor is funding
if it's given
that,
naman,
then wala kang choice.
Lagay mo na sila.
Diba? Sila talaga yung top priority natin at this point
Correct.
in time. But if you're a team that really wants to hero your team over all of the other sponsors, then dapat meron kang parang mas may leeway ka or like mas may demand ka na hindi, dapat mas nakalabas kami than you. So, mas may konting, alam mo yun,
Hierarchy.
atake-wise, parang okay, baka pwedeng monochromatic na lang yung logo nila, hindi na yung sobrang
Colored talaga.
bang na bang, di ba?
Have you seen na parang it reminds me, have you seen executions of sponsor logo sa FIBA or actually FIBA, specifically basketball, I remember kasi 'di ba, one of the things that you can possibly design is the backdrop when there's a flash interview, and the way that they structure their logos is they don't have a free space. They will have specific sized rectangles for each of the logos, and if you're
dinidikit lang kasi
if you don't have a horizontal lockup, wala. Maliit yung logo mo doon. But if you have a horizontal lockup, mas ganun. Is it something that you have tried to execute as well? Na parang, okay, squares lang tayo dito. Tapos, kung ano yung logo mo,
ang alam ko kasing background dyan is before kasi kailangan nang i-produce yung mga jerseys. Tapos,
late na nilalagay.
binibenta yung space.
Yes.
Na parang, alam mo yun, para ka mag-sponsor nito, ganito ka magkano for this spot.
Correct.
So, they just leave out a small space. Tapos, as in, may rectangle talaga na parang, let's say, white, di ba?
Doon pala galing yun.
Oo.
Okay.
So then, yung mga sponsors, bibigay yung logo after the fact na na-produce. So, either sinistitch on, sinistick on na lang siya after.
Okay. At least that's what you remember na.
Yes.
Okay.
So, very apparent yan sa mga rugby teams, ganyan, na parang talagang, bakit naman, ang pangit ng pwesto, parang di seamless talaga.
Kasi pinasok na lang.
Oo, usually it's an afterthought kasi pagka ganun. Ako, when we do those types of things, ideally sana, nung ginagawa pa lang natin siya, or at least before siya pinrint, I think because of sublimation nga, mas mabilis na rin kasi yung production method.
Yes.
Hindi na ganun ka-apparent
Yeah.
yung dating. Or I would say na parang if I had to, or if may say ako kunyari sa production, i-embroider na lang yung patch.
Ang ganda naman nun.
Diba?
Oo, ang ganda kung naka-embroider yung patch.
Social.
Correct. Ang lakas makadagdag ng value.
Oo.
Actually, hindi ko alam kung nakapag-design ka na ng esports jerseys.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of T1.
Okay.
Yung patch ng esports teams, yung logos nila, laging nakapatch.
Yes.
So, ang laki ng feeling. Parang,
Oo,
T1,
ang premium
diba?
ng dating,
Very
diba?
premium yung feeling.
Kung hindi lang siya lahat printed on, ang premium talaga. Tapos kung ngari, embroidered gari yung isang icon doon, gari yung logo mo na maliit.
Admittedly naman kasi, masaya, premium din siya yung feeling kasi nakukutkot mo siya, di ba? Parang dito siya, ganun.
Hindi siya ganun lang.
Correct. I'd like to add on that discussion na if you're organizing or if you're doing your marketing as well, I don't know if you will echo this, the sizing of the logos and the hierarchy, the order, is actually something that you can sell.
What do you mean? Sorry, hindi ko masyadong...
Okay, so kumbaga sa, anong tawag dito, sa, kunwari, yung first line, second line, third line, may hierarchy din of sponsors.
Yeah. Okay.
So, kumbaga, in that sense, even on your in your sponsorship packages,
may levels.
you don't, kasi parang nangyari dun, nilagay mo lahat ng logo dun sa jersey. Ibig sabihin, lahat sila same lang ng kinontribute. Kasi nilagay mo sila lahat diba? In that sense.
Sort of. I would argue kasi, yung specific real estate is different.
I mean, the one that's at the back, yung magkasama.
Yeah,
Pero
yeah,
kapag nandito,
yeah. Oo.
it's
Ako
another
kasi,
practice that we have to collaborate with. Kasi,
tayo, yung mga brand manager nila.
Correct.
Lalo na pag malalaking mga brands, yung mga sponsors, ganon. Those are like, mas ma-intense yung guidelines nila. And actually, you want to sort of skim through their own guidelines din if pwede mong gawin yung gusto mong achieve.
Or with approval.
Or parang kailangan ba bigger spaces, mga ganyan. Kaya lang naman,
by scale naman, kumbaga what I'm trying to point to is somehow, of course, we have our design work.
Yes.
We have our broadcast work that we have to deliver. there is also people working alongside us who are doing their your marketing and sales. No,
Yes.
so kumbaga they have their deliverables, lahat sa kanila galing yung pera kasi, so malamang
True.
alam mo na yun, kailangan natin sundan kung saan dapat sila mapunta kasi they paid premium.
Yes.
And I think just circling back to the point earlier, bakit wala yung logo ng the project for? It's because it's client work. Diba? It's although admittedly naman for upstream kasi we stream to our channel, but part na kasi ng ano yan eh, like to be candid with or upfront with you, it's part of what we sell.
Yes.
Also kasi if you're looking for ultimate in the Philippines, you'd probably watch on our channel.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
Because natutunan na, and it's not like a tournament can open a YouTube channel and then they will stream tomorrow with 0 subscribers and then start again. So kumbaga, we're in a way we're selling both convenience and production value.
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind. Yun nga
Selling
pala yung
peace of mind.
Peace of mind. Sige. As we wind down this discussion, if there's any like recurring occurrence, what would be a pro tip that you would tell people working with you, or at least sige, let's not talk to clients, let's talk to aspiring sports designers. Parang what would be a pro tip na you would actually share to them?
I would say like just get out there. In the same
Do
way,
some throws. The joke, warm up pala.
in the same way nga na parang I just set up my Instagram page just because I wanted an archive. Like just put stuff out there na parang hayaan mo lang siya mag-exist doon. Kasi if you're trying to keep to yourself kasi feeling mo hindi pa siya at that level, hindi pa siya perfect, hindi pa siya ganun kagaling, or like your clients aren't big yet, hindi ka rin nila ma-discover if you don't put yourself out there, in short talaga. And I think it's more of make good relationships with your clients, kung sino man yan, anumang level sila. Kasi they will introduce you and open doors for you one way or the other. If, alam mo yun, yung parang, siguro like sa atin, di ba, kunwari parang, i-refer kita sa ganito, ganyan.
Yes.
Parang, even if it's not in the same industry, hindi siya co-designer, hindi siya, alam mo yun, hindi siya another tournament organizer, hindi siya yung client mo directly, but making friends with them and having good professional relationships with them open so much more doors than you would ever think. Yan, parang auxiliary yan, pero mako-connect ka at some point dun sa mga gusto mong maka-work with talaga.
One of the YouTube channels I follow, ay Instagram pala, parang top of mind, tip of tongue. Diba? Kailangan ikaw yung unang maalala. And also, I agree completely with what you said. We have to acknowledge the fact that it will not happen overnight.
Yes.
Kasi syempre, yes, you will be introduced, but the timeline on when you will introduce and when they will need the service is also different, diba? You have to be ready. You have to be on your feet as well.
There are, klaro, like sa akin, I've had clients na parang nagpagawa sa akin nung una, sasabihin na, we'll need something again next year, but they don't. And then bumabalik sa akin, let's say 5 years down the line, looking for something similar.
Success story.
Oo. Diba? Yung parang, yung una mong work, at least sa akin yung una kong work, gusto ko, nandyan siya for longer than like one season.
Yes.
So if, alam mo yun, when they need it in the future, because I'm still here and I'm still doing it and I still have, let's say, the same email address, the same contact details, diba? Parang,
reachable ka pa din.
Oo, parang, honestly, I still have their files. Kasi di ko dine-delete.
Sa video po kasi ang lalaki ng files natin.
Oo. So, hindi ko dine-delete. So, like, I have basta dami ko ng storage.
Na.
Na parang, okay, depende kung kailan. And like, kung accounts ko nga, tapos kung kailan sila, lahat ng projects sa akin. So, if you can be dependable like that and still exist when they need you, then
that's return business for you as well.
At saka hindi mo na kailangan i-sell yung self mo sa kanila kasi they've already seen how you work.
Yeah.
So yun yung parang repeat business is always the best
Welcome
kind.
naman,
best kind. Na actually sa akin kahit dahil repeat business siya, kahit hindi na siya yung gusto kong gawin, ginagawa ko pa rin.
Sometimes we have to be practical. And sometimes we have to add another zero to the billing.
Oo.
I mean, kidding
depende
aside,
naman,
yes,
depende
naman
sa'yo.
talaga.
Maybe not a zero, pero one. At least one.
Pwede.
1 peso.
And lastly, if you were to, parang do you still have like a dream client at this point? Parang, hindi naman client, but like you would want to design for, I don't know, a player, a tournament, a team, an event.
Ever since parang goal ko maka-work with Nike.
Okay.
As in, sabi ko, sorry.
No, it's fine.
But like, sabi ko, kailangan yung design ko ganung level, yung tipong tatanggapin nila. Or like, alam mo yun, Puma, ganon, Adidas, ganyan. Parang, like a worldwide brand na parang would take me up for like one project.
Correct.
Yun yung, and then like, if kunwari masama ako sa isang, let's say, SEA Games Olympic team, hindi naman Olympic team na maglalaro ko.
Malay mo.
Ang galing ko, diba?
Not as a player,
like,
as a
design-wise. Oo.
Vicariously living again through the designs.
Oo. Yung mga ganung, sabi ko, shocks, parang even if maliit nang na bagay yung madedesign ko for them, or like makakonceptualize ko para sa kanila or with them, na hindi ako mismong gumagawa. Grabe. Isang malaking wish, I would say. I mean, alam mo yun. Gusto ko pa rin siya mangyari. I'm not as active lang with like sports design right now. Pero parang, if that happens in the future.
At the time of recording, she's not as active sa sports design. Malay mo, hashtag, of course, you mentioned Nike and Adidas. But I think Puma, baka gusto niyo ng ultimate line. Diba? Let's see. Thank you, Au, for sharing your experiences and expertise. And I like that a lot of the discussions that we've had, it's back and forth between kind of being technical but also like very thought process, very
like
driven
technical, practical type of like design talk.
And if you're listening to this, it's not the best. That's why I started earlier. It's a masterclass, quote unquote, kasi we're not talking about the basics anymore. We're talking about like the higher level na hindi na lang natin kailangan ng logo, but it's how it feels, how it looks like. And hopefully when you in a future episode when we record, maybe you'll tell us about that, the next step that you took already for your sports design.
Yeah, I hope so. Sorry.
Okay,
I hope so. Praying for it.
Yes. Thank you, Au, and we'll
so
see you on the next episode.
Yeah.
Access is presented by Upstream Sports TV. Make sure to access Access wherever you get your podcasts from. Thank you for listening to this episode. Leave us a question in the comments if you have any, and we'll try to answer them in the next episodes, or highlight your key learnings from our conversations. Catch you again on the next episode of Accessed.